It's time for Cats Talk Wednesday. Small town and big city join forces. Vinny Hardy of Lynch, Kentucky, and Terry Brown of Louisville, Kentucky, team up to give you free-flowing, laid-back sports talk. Focus on Kentucky Wildcats, as well as pertinent information in the NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball.
Happy Wednesday to everybody. It's Cats Talk Wednesday time once again. Terry T.B. Brown. My name is Vinny Hardy, coming to y'all on the BS3 Network. Appreciate everybody watching on YouTube, live on Twitter. My number one fan, Michelle, already said she was patiently waiting on YouTube. Michelle, we appreciate it, and here we are. So, man, TV, the weeks just keep flying by, but we got to start with what we were talking about before we started with and been monitoring for the past day, and that's the UPS airport crash that happened right there in your hometown of Louisville, man.
Yeah, like I was telling you, UPS, if not the largest employer in Louisville, it's one of. The world port is huge. Chances are, if you ship anything via UPS, particularly domestically, it's going through Louisville. It is huge. I saw something that it's the sixth busiest cargo facility in the world when it comes to processing packages and that kind of thing. So
That's unbelievable.
yeah, it was one of those things. I knew it was big. I didn't know it was quite like that, but I know there's been a lot of investment and infrastructure when it comes to UPS. And again, it's the people. Like everybody knows somebody that works for UPS,
Mm-hmm.
and I know a lot of people that work for UPS, family, friends, that kind of thing. And when it first popped up, I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Crash at Muhammad Ali International. Well, it always
Mm-hmm.
got my attention, and then UPS because it is a big hub there. I think they get planes off every like 5 or 6 minutes or something like that. Like it's a well oiled machine out there, but certainly tragic. I know there's clips of the crash floating around social media. I know I've seen just about everybody in Louisville posting pictures because you could see the smoke all over the place
Mm-hmm.
from the accident. And it was a full cargo plane going to Hawaii, so it was loaded down with fuel and just terrible. Last I saw, 11 confirmed dead, including a child. That there's still some people missing.
Yeah.
That, but like I was telling you, there's stuff right around that end of the airport on that kind of southwestern side. Uh, there's businesses that were affected. You know, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And with the entire city being in a shelter in place last night,
Yeah.
I mean, that's like I was telling you, my mother is still out in the Fern Creek area, which is South Central. I'm like Ice Cube, South Central, but
Mm-hmm.
almost to Bullitt County, and could see and smell stuff in the air way out there because the airport is centrally located.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was no school today for JCPS. Kind of hard to do that when there's still fumes and stuff in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much from the fuel, but the stuff they have to put out to put the fire out.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's schools and stuff closed, so better close that down. If you've ever been through Louisville 65 in the Waterside, where the airport is, it's right in the heart. Like
Mm-hmm.
it is centrally located, but just devastating. And a guy I went to high school with is a pilot for UPS,
Mm.
and show must go on. They got to get back out there. So just for the UPS family, for Louisville, we just ask for your thoughts and prayers and good wishes because it's bad. It was really really bad.
Yeah, it sure was. I called my cousin. When you met my uncle that time, we all got together up there. But my cousin, I saw it on Twitter, I think I saw Anna Trullo and all the Louisville media people, Nick Roush and uh, Rutherford. I think Car
Mike
Chronicle,
Rutherford.
Car
Yeah,
Connect. I get them confused. So,
yeah. There's Card Connect. That's Nick Coffey, and then Mike Rutherford's Card
yeah,
Connect.
I think it
Yeah,
was Coffee putting out something from his vantage point, and then I text my cousin. He called right back, and they were doing the same thing that you and I were doing from afar, because he used to live close to the airport, but he's out like you're like Long Beach. He's out towards Bullitt County now, and he was looking and pinpointing and seeing where what this and that. What, oh, it's right here, and this same thing you did, knowing the city well. And he said, yeah, but I'm in Bullitt County. I'm not there anymore. But was just looking at his phone because, as soon as I saw it, I just gave him a quick text and we was talking back and forth, make sure everybody was all right. But yeah, just hmm, unbelievable, especially see all the clips and you just something that happens when you're in your car and you just bam right there. Just
yeah. I
hmm,
mean, it was I think around 5 o'clock, which is rush hour. Which
mm-hmm,
it's one of those things. A couple of things go differently, and it's a different situation. The
yeah,
Ford assembly plant is right there. I think they do the escapes and maybe the Broncos. I'm not sure, but that's right there. Like there's a lot of stuff right by the airport, and yeah, for but those that the confirmed folks that are gone, the crew, um, just thoughts and prayers for their family and for the first responders that got there. I think Governor Bashir said about 200 folks were on the ground through most of the night to try to get that situation under control. The NTSB is on site. It's devastating. You never want to see
mm-hmm,
that kind of stuff, but when it's your hometown, really hits home. Like I said, I know probably 30 people that work for UPS
mm-hmm,
out there. So it's big news. So definitely
yeah,
want to lead off with that, and
mm-hmm,
um, yeah,
yeah.
there's no good segue to anything
No,
else.
no,
It was hard to kind of watch the game after that
yeah,
because that's a tough segue. So I wasn't my usual jovial self watching the game last night because I am trying to keep track, and I'm reaching out to mom, make sure she's okay, reaching out to my kids, well, my youngest, who's right there,
yeah,
fairly close to the airport. She sent me a
mm-hmm,
picture and what she could see, and I said, "Oh my goodness,
yeah,
that's bad."
yeah, for sure. So definitely couldn't start with anything else. No smooth way to, like you said, transition to anything else. But like you said, where it did put a damper on the game. It even kind of, the hype for next Tuesday, Kentucky Louisville. Because Mark Pope started his press conference after the game, immediately talking about what's happening in
Yeah,
Louisville. So, but yeah, we do have a lot of wins this week. That's what I put out on the tweet. Kind of promoting today's show. We got men's basketball wins, women's basketball win, volleyball win, even got a football win thrown in there. A SEC road win thrown
and
in there. So,
and men's soccer won their conference title. Like it's very
mm-hmm,
short sighted to make it basketball, football,
yes.
but let's talk about football.
I said volleyball. I forgot to get this.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wasn't trying to be short sighted. My fault. My bad, y'all.
but hey, uh, I mean that was a football game. Like, I mean, yep, that was a game, right? It
Hey,
reminded me of that 3-0 Indiana game way back when.
I was there for that, man.
Was
Was
it
you at that one?
96? Yeah,
I
yeah,
was there.
yeah. Was it 96, 97? Somewhere in there. I can't
Yeah.
remember, but
90,
yeah, that one.
95.
It was just because I kept saying, I was like, if Kentucky gets another score, this is over. Because what is Auburn doing? But yet and still, kind of had to gut it out a little bit. Like
Yeah, right.
so, and look, this is the prevailing thing, right? Like I had a lot of pushback because you know me. I counted this up about 35 times over the years. I have tweeted out some variation of if your team winning doesn't bring you joy, then sports isn't for you.
Uh-huh.
Like I've tweeted that out. I've said that after Niners games, Lakers games, Kentucky games, whatever. But doing sports, if your team doesn't bring winning doesn't bring you joy, then why are you here? Right? In the micro, I'm happy that my team won. Period. End of discussion. I'm always happy when I can watch the game, check the box score. Did Kentucky win? I got my flow chart, right? Did Kentucky win? I'm happy. Did Kentucky lose? I'm sad, right? It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
If the Lakers win, great. If the Niners win, great. I tried. First things first, did they win? They won, excellent. That's the micro. The macro, we all know that Stoops is not long for the job. Like, no one, I don't think, is arguing because you beat Auburn, who just fired their coach, that should be enough to keep Stoops. I don't, like, there's this strongman argument that, look, we're all in the same boat here. Most of us. We're happy our team won, but it's time for Stoops to go. Like, I don't think that's a weird thing, but like, oh no. And then a lot of people blowing up because Mitch Barnhart hugged Stoops on the sideline. And I'm still trying to figure out what's wrong with that. Like, it's been a rough go. Like, I would think that if I finally overcame something, my balls would be like, hey, I don't think that one thing's got anything to do with the other.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. But I was glad, the defense looked good. Or maybe Auburn was that bad. I don't know, but I think this is only the second time we've won in Auburn ever.
Yeah, the first time was 2009, and that was my first trip to Auburn. And let's be honest, I mean, people accuse you of being a sunshine pumper and being positive and all that. I went, my cousin's an Auburn fan, me, dad, my cousin Jason, who was born right outside Knoxville, but has always been an Auburn fan. His buddy Sean went. I literally thought I was going to see the toilet paper in the trees. I mean, because we hadn't won an SEC road game prior to that in a long time. And Randall Cobb and the fellas had different plans. So Kentucky beats Auburn, did the whole Toomer's Corner, got the lemonade, went to the drugstore, all the stuff you got to do when you go to Auburn. Cool place, cool campus, but the Cats win. That was the first win there, and then Saturday was the second win. And like you, happy they won. You got to hug Stoops. If you're his boss, you've been through that all together. It's and if he's back next year, I mean, that's whatever, Mitch. But
well, and I really think
Dave-O, your fellow panelist on Round the Shots, going to beat Florida, then things are going to get really confusing in Lexington, Kentucky.
But here is my thing. If I can be devil's advocate, this is not the year to get a new coach. There's going to be 4 to 5 SEC openings, right? Penn State is open.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia Tech is open. So there's only but so much coaching talent. Everybody wants Summerall, but my goodness, that man, like, he ain't even got to leave the state of Louisiana. Like I don't want people to be banking on, well, he played here. Well, yeah, okay. But if it's LSU, Kentucky football, hey, man, like, or whoever else comes after him, right? Florida, whoever. So you have to look around and say, who do you want? And if Kentucky becomes the 6th or 7th SEC job available, I mean, I know what it might look like to run it back with Stoops, but that's a big roll of the dice. That's all I'm saying. I say that, yes, it's time for Stoops to go. because basically I'm tired of looking at undisciplined teams. I'm tired of the last 2 minutes of the half being a disaster week in and week out. Like at some point, you have to get better. I don't know, like I don't know if you remember, Andy Reid used to be really bad with clock management.
Mm-hmm.
When he was at Philadelphia, and him and Donovan McNabb couldn't get on the same page to say, like, it was bad. It was comically bad. And
Yeah.
the announcers would say, like they've done with Stoops, like, oh, here's Andy Reid. He doesn't know what he's doing with the clock.
Yeah.
Now they know what they're doing, right? He figured it out. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's one of those things that when you talk about coaches, head coaches, that's one of those things you got to get a feel for. And for whatever reason, Stoops doesn't.
Mm.
You know, the touchdown to Tennessee before the half. Like, there's just, I mean, you can chapter and verse almost every game. You know, the Vanderbilt game a couple years ago. Give it like last 2 minutes of the half. What are we doing? It's
Yeah.
always something. I'm tired of that. So it's like, okay, there may not be a golden goose coach out there, but I think most Kentucky fans are like, we'll do something different. And I know it's weird to want to get your all-time winningest coach out of the paint, but
Mm-hmm.
as I've said repeatedly, this is usually the way it goes. Bobby
Yeah.
Bowden gotta go, right? Like this is you know, Lou Holtz wore out his welcome in Notre Dame. Like this is not an unusual situation for teams that want to move on from a coach. It's just going to be really tough to find a quality person because of all the constraints that come with the Kentucky job.
Yeah.
And we have to be fair because I see this all the time, and I'm going to put this out on my social media because Kentucky fans, I get it. We're looking at Indiana. We're looking at Vanderbilt. We're looking at these teams that are in the top 25 of the college football rankings. And everybody is saying, why can't this be us? And I want to say, my brothers and sisters in blue, it was us in 2021.
Yeah.
Like, you got to tell the whole story. Like, it absolutely was. So is it fair to say we don't think Stoops can get us back there? I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
What's not fair to say is we've never done it because we've absolutely been in those conversations.
Yeah.
So I think we need to be fair the same way when it became clear that it was time for Cal to go. We got to be fair and say, yeah, it's not ending how we thought, but we did some stuff. I think that's fair. I think Stoops leaves. He's going to get honored at some point. I think you have to do something for someone who turned the program around, but you know, it'll take time.
Yeah.
Same way with Cal. We'll love him in 10, 15 years or whatever, and keep it moving. But look, you win against Auburn. I'm excited. I just take it as a win because I saw something before the game. The two hottest seats in the SEC
Oh, yeah.
were Stoops and
Hugh Freeze, man.
Hugh Freeze. So it was basically a loser leaves town match. Our man Mark Story had an article about basically how losing to Kentucky, you lose your job. We talked about that last week with Memphis. Like, on the way up, you lost to Kentucky. You had to go, man.
Yeah.
Like, the old ball coach quit in South Carolina. Every Florida coach that lost had to get out.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Jake Dooley, Jeremy Pruitt, get out of here.
You got to go. Like, I'm sure there's some others that I'm missing. Probably the guy before Drinkowitz would, before.
Oh, yeah. Barry Odom. Yeah.
Gotta go, man. Like, losing to Kentucky is a gots to go situation.
That's a tradition, man. Back in the day, we beat Ole Miss when Houston Nutt. Yeah, get out, man. You mentioned Spurrier, and it's just
the Houston Nutt situation with Hugh Freeze. Look, man, college football it's wild, and I love that my wife is kind of new to college football. I mean, here's the thing. Iowa, as you know, here he goes about Iowa again. Again, 2 coaches in 50 years.
It's that
There ain't,
Pittsburgh Steelers approach.
there ain't no drama. There ain't none of this. Right now, they don't know what Ferentz' buyout is. They might be the only fan base in America that has no idea what their coach's buyout is. Do you think the Alabama folks know? Yeah, because when they lost early in the season, we heard all about it. Like, do we think the folks in Columbus with Ryan Day know? Yeah, because they talked about it after the Michigan game, right? Every other fan base in America knows what their coach's buyout is and what it's going to take to get them out of the paint. Iowa doesn't.
Yeah.
So
It's like,
I say all this to kind of say, like, explaining college football to someone not steeped in it, absolutely, it sounds crazy. DJ Durkin, the defensive coordinator for Auburn and Hugh Freeze, had a kid die on his watch. I can't think of another profession where a child dies on your watch and you keep being gainfully employed in the same thing. Like, what?
yeah.
And now Bobby Petrino looks like he's going back to Arkansas, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you can't put your side piece on the payroll, but he did, and he's like, and so, and then the whole Hugh Freeze thing, like, if that's your get down with the ladies of the night, that's your get down, but you can't do it from a phone.
Yeah.
You can't do it from your work phone. And you know, the only reason it came up is because Houston Nutt sued Ole Miss for discovery, and some intern was like, "What is this number that the coach is calling?" That, like, and so what kills me is these coaches that get up here to be leaders of men
Yes.
and making good choices, and I want to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go out here and play, but you the same guy that was calling the ladies of the night. You the same one to put your side piece on the payroll. Like, didn't somebody die under your watch? Like, and so we're supposed to pretend that these guys are leaders of men, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know.
Same thing. Brian Kelly with the young fella up at the tower. Same thing. Michelle talking about the joy of the win.
Oh, we're gonna get to the Bengals.
Bears beat the and Michelle was there.
Yeah,
left her voice in Cincinnati. Yeah,
we're gonna talk about the Bengals because there's one thing I like is shading the Cincinnati Bengals and all Cincinnati sports. I absolutely love to shade, but look, man, yeah, Stoops got to go, but it's gonna be really weird to try to bring somebody in. Like, I don't know who you go get because you're at least going to be, of all the jobs that open, is Kentucky going to be a top 15 job in the country?
LSU, Penn State, Florida, Auburn, Arkansas.
I think Arkansas is going to stick with Petrino.
Virginia Tech, man, he's taking some losses as his interim. I'm not, You play Tennessee tough. Is that why we want to keep you, Bobby? Okay.
Well, yeah. But if Arkansas comes available, like, it's going to be a tough job to fill.
Florida State still, homeboy down there is on thin ice.
Yeah.
And the state of South Carolina with Dabo and Beamer, both of those boys stinking it up this year. Is Belichick gonna come back? He gonna run it back over there in China?
That's the thing. And depending on how USC goes, Riley maybe we're looking at some pretty big openings.
Yeah. Oklahoma State still open. Gundy got fired so long ago we forgot about him.
We forgot about that. Minnesota may be available. Like, I know Kentucky fans, but like Minnesota. So I don't know, what's going to happen, but I know people like to crap on Mitch, and I've been accused of being a Mitch defender. I think he's done a lot of good things, and obviously he's had some missteps. But I don't know if you can fault him if we can't get whoever your dream football coach is, because it's going to be slim pickings, man. Like, what do we have to offer? And is playing in the SEC is playing the SEC at Kentucky a big enough pull? Because I hear people
Yeah.
say, well, it's an SEC school. If I'm looking around, get me to Virginia Tech.
Mm.
Because if Clemson ain't Clemson, get me to Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Because I can get to 10 wins. Virginia is like 14 or 15, whatever they are in the rankings. And the only team they had to beat was Louisville.
Yeah.
And so if it's a 12-team format, when it was 4, I get you. That pull, the SEC, blah, 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 blah. But 12, all I got to do is get to 10 wins. Yeah, ACC, I'm good.
And they got tradition in our lifetime. I mean, maybe is it just one dude? Is it just Beamer, or But he was there for 30 years. Had
Yeah.
Michael Vick over there. Bruce Smith went to Virginia Tech. They had some tradition, and they love it over there. I went and watched. I think I said it on here before. I went to a Virginia Tech Miami game over there in Blacksburg. They get into it. They SEC the way they act. I mean, they in the ACC, but it's just a hop and a jump from where I'm from. I mean, just 3 hours away. I mean, they almost SEC. If they could be in, I'm sure they would. But
and you can recruit the DMV.
yeah, and Virginia, low key, you break it down by region. I took you to Black Mountain, highest point in Kentucky.
Yeah.
You go to the top, you're in Virginia. You get down to the other side to Appalachia and Big Stone Gap. That's where Thomas and Julius Jones were from. They just from right over the mountain from me. You go to middle Roanoke area, Tiki and Rondi Barber are from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go on up Hampton Way, you got Marcus and Michael, the Vick brothers. So the whole state, region by regions, Virginia put, we hear all the Texas, California, Florida, but Virginia's put out some ballers, and Allen Iverson was great at football too.
I was getting ready to say, don't forget about the answer. That probably could have played a little bit, or was all football.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, and Lord knows, look, if we could bring Bear Bryant back, I'd be all for it for Kentucky. All I'm saying is, you got to be reasonable and look around and be like, there's probably going to be 15 big time jobs open.
Yeah.
And Kentucky's going to be probably number 15.
Mm-hmm.
So part of that is you're going to have to wait until the musical chairs stop. And where does that put you with recruiting?
Mm.
And I see people turn up their nose at James Franklin. I'm like, yeah, would you take him? People are like, oh no, he doesn't win the big game. My brothers and sisters, we would absolutely take James Franklin, because what he did at Vanderbilt would have been enough for Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like,
he had them win 8-9 games.
Yes. And so,
had beat Tennessee 3 years in a row, was whooping Tennessee.
Right. And
whooping
so,
them.
as Kentucky fans, it's not about accepting mediocrity. It's about understanding where you are in the pecking order. And how can we maximize where we are in this pecking order? Right? It's, because now Clemson fans are thinking, oh, we're a 10-win team. Are you? I know Dabo got you a cup, but are you historically? Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Look at LSU, 8-win team. Every now and then they get a monster squad from the Bayou, and they make it happen
because they have no other school in there to compete with.
Right.
They only have a little brother.
Right.
They're Louisiana.
Right.
They're Louisiana State, but they, they got it all, and all them boys love that purple and gold, man.
So we get it that Alabama, it's national championship every year.
Yeah.
But is that everybody? I don't think it is.
Mm.
Again, you have to make a decision. What makes us feel good as a football program?
Mm.
What makes sense to us as a football program? I've talked about for years because everybody like, oh, 10 wins. It's a very short list of teams that average 10 wins a year in college football.
Uh-huh.
Over the last decade plus, it's Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Clemson, Boise State. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you not see on that list? Michigan, Notre Dame, USC,
Yeah.
LSU, the U. Like
Mm.
football factories aren't doing that.
Yeah.
Like right now, Ohio State's got 13 winning seasons in a row, getting ready to make it 14. You know who's behind them in the Big 12 or the Big 10?
Well, Ohio State got 13 years of winning seasons
13 winning seasons in a row. Who's behind them?
in the Big Ten. Winning season. Penn State.
Iowa
Oh, wow,
with
of course.
12.
Wow.
And as
Wow,
I
wow,
tweeted that out. I know we want to poo-poo, papa, poo-poo. How many teams in the country would take 13 winning seasons in a row?
Mm.
I did the math, Vinny. Again, 2 coaches, 50 years. Take out their first 2 years, because Ferentz and Hayden Fry had losing seasons their first 2 years each. That's 4. Other than that, over 50 years in our lifetime, they've had 3 losing seasons. 7 losing seasons in 50. Do you know a football team that would love to have that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when I say all this stuff, oh, it's just the Big Ten. Look, cool. I will say SEC is the best. But they're not doing it in the MAC. They're not doing it in the WAC or the Pac-12. It's the Big Ten.
Yeah.
All this stuff you see, I think Big Ten wins since 2019. Ohio State, Michigan, who's number 3? Not Penn State. Best conference winning percentage, Iowa. Not Oregon. I know they just joined. It's not a bad place to be number 3 or 4 in your conference. It's really not.
Yeah. And I don't even like James Franklin. Would I be like, yeah, I like that dude? Not really. I don't, is it because he was at Vandy? Is it because he was at Penn State? But if he came to Kentucky and won 8 games a year, I'd be cool with that. I ain't gotta be like, oh man, I really like that dude.
You don't have to love your coach.
Right, exactly. And that's where he would fall for me. A lot of guys out there, I'm like, oh yeah, I like him, but he kind of in that just kind of rub you the wrong way kind of category. But he could come here and go 8-4 if he wants to.
Look, man. But I'm just saying we're gonna have to hold our nose because there's no diamonds in the rough. If there were diamonds in the rough, there's other programs plucked to get these guys. So that's my take on college football. I guess we have to talk about the NFL. So Michelle.
Oh yeah.
Hey. The Bengals gonna bingle, man. Like if I told you just everything that happened with the Bengals and the Bears, just like they scored 2 touchdowns after the 2-minute warning and then lost the game, I give you 3 guesses. It wouldn't take you that long to be like, oh, that's a Cincinnati thing. It sounds dumb to say that, even a college team or a pro team, this is what they always do. But this is what they've been doing for most of my adult life, is losing in the most bizarre ways. It sounds like part of it is the ownership hasn't changed, but like players have come, players have gone, coaches have come, coaches have gone. But Cincinnati gonna find a way to do it. They are gonna waste Joe Burrow. They're gonna waste Jamar Chase. I mean, scoring 80-something points in the last 2 games and losing both.
Yeah.
They like the Clippers, man. They want you to look at them, but when you look at them, they look funny in the light.
Yeah, that's true.
And keep in mind, this is as good as it's been for Cincinnati. This is as
Yeah.
good as it's been.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears got a little bit of promise. I give them their props.
5-3, Michelle. 5-3.
5-3 for the Bears. You know, I interact with a lot of Chicago fans, thanks to the lovely misses,
Yeah.
and Bears fans are happy, man. Bears fans are excited. Haven't seen them this excited since the Super Bowl shuffle.
Wish my team was 5-3 right now. I take it.
Could be 6-3.
Who the Cowboy?
6-3. You're San Francisco 49ers, buddy.
Oh yeah, I take that too.
I don't know how they doing it.
I don't either.
Every highlight I see, I'm like, I don't know who this dude is. And then they win, and then after every Monday, we losing somebody else for the season. I don't know how it's getting done. I don't want to know. As I said at the top of the show, my team's winning. It's really all I'm here for.
Because I'm hate watching it, with the exception of last week. I'm glad they beat the Giants. But every other week, I'm like, man, maybe they're going to lose this week. And they found a way to win. So, yeah, I'm hate watching the Niners. Congratulations on 6-3. Michelle, 5-3. Congratulations on that. Y'all got, speaking of the Giants come to Chicago next. So, I guess I have to pull for the Bears this weekend. So, yeah, be good to see the Bears have a good year. Got a quarterback, got a coach that seems to know offense, and good for them.
And Moody is kicking for him, so way to go. So, that dude just had to get out of his head. Like I told the wife, I said, he's gonna go somewhere else and be all right. Like it's just the way kickers are set up, they just need a change of pace, a change of place, right? Just to be like, yeah, it ain't working out here.
Mm-hmm.
Or they get out of the league, like Mike Vanderjagt. Remember that guy, our liquored up kicker? Like I don't think he kicked another field. I think he was out of the league when Peyton said that. Like that's our idiot liquored up kicker. And he was
spoke
gone.
against the king. He talked ill of Tony Dungy and Peyton Manning, and that when you the kicker, you can't.
Like we can find somebody else.
Know your place, man. You're the most accurate kicker in NFL history. Get out of here.
Yeah. And the Niners, we got Pinero now, and he's awesome.
Because Jerry Rice, I think, was with the Raiders because he was with the AFC, and Peyton was like, "I'm just over here trying to throw passes to Jerry Rice, and I'm at the Pro Bowl. And our idiot kicker gets liquored up and ran his mouth and just."
And since you brought up Jerry Rice, I'm sure you've probably seen that tweet where somebody's like, pick between Randy Moss and Calvin Johnson. But my favorite thing about Calvin Johnson, who's in the Pro Bowl, deservedly so. My favorite fun fact: Jerry Rice, after age 39, is basically Calvin Johnson's career.
After 39?
Yes, I'll send it to you. I'll have to send it to you. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Anywho. So that's our NFL moment. Again, I'm to the point now where it's like, because there's Niners fans, they go back and forth between we need to give up on the season or we need to go all in, and I'm like, just keep plugging along, man, because there's no NFC team I'm scared to play. Like, am I as confident as I was the last couple years that we would beat them? No, but there's nobody I'm like, I don't know about that. We got the Rams on Sunday, but I'm looking around the NFC and I'm like, I don't see anybody that I'm like keeping you away from those people. So keep plugging along, man. If we get to 10 wins, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Man.
Because that's the way it works. 10 losses or 10 wins and at least the NFC Championship game, which is the way it's been for 15 years, which blows my mind. It's either all or nothing. So it looks like we might get to those 10, 11 wins. And then we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it could very well happen. It really could. And then, I don't know. Would you have enough bodies to be a challenge to Buffalo? Or Kansas City or whoever comes out from the other side. I
I
hope.
I tell you, we watched the Buffalo uh, uh,
Chiefs.
Kansas City game
Hmm.
because my stepson looks exactly like Josh Allen. Uh, so we've kind of adopted Buffalo, and it's to the point now where it's like the Buffalo Kansas City regular season game. Buffalo's won like 5 or 6 in a row,
Yeah.
but in the playoffs, the Chiefs have won like 4 or 5 in a row.
Hmm.
So it's one of those things. This is nice, but you got to do it when it counts.
Yeah.
The best part about the game was Maxwell Hairston got an interception to kind of seal the game against the Chiefs. And as I was telling you when we came on here, my poor wife thought I was going to stroke out because makes the interception. And Tony Romo's, Jim, did you see him? He's a rookie and he's a first round pick. And I'm like, okay, all right, where to go? And Jim Nance's like, that's right. He was injured and he's back and he's making moves. The coaches, we talked to the coaches, Sean, whatever his name is for Buffalo, and they're high on him. Okay, cool. That's right, Jim. He was a first round pick. They're really high on this guy. And I'm like, for the love of God, say where he's from.
Yeah.
And they finally got around to saying he's from Kentucky. Thank you for that.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
I forgot Deion Walker
Yeah. He
in
got a
there.
fumble recovery last week, I think.
And Ray Davis is returning kicks. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of cats on this team, but
I
can they
think
do it? Can they do it when it counts? I mean, you still gotta, I think, take Mahomes until he plays a season where he doesn't make a championship game.
Yeah.
Like they got to go on the road, but I think they did that a couple years ago and went to the Super Bowl. So again, they've reached that. People don't want to give Mahomes and the Chiefs credit, but till I see the body, I'm not going to call it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to say that. Now, if it gets to the Super Bowl and it's Chiefs and Niners again,
Oh,
my heart won't take another loss
yeah, that's
because I've said it before. Because we have the Niners, people don't look at the 3 losses, and I say they're some of the most brutal losses ever. Giving up a touchdown with like 6 seconds left in overtime to lose,
mm,
being up 10 with 6 minutes left and losing, like
mm,
that's a rough way to go.
mm-hmm.
Speaking of tough losses, buddy, what a World Series. I actually paid attention to this World Series a little bit.
It was a good one. It was a good
And
one.
the thing that gets me about the World Series, are the Dodgers the only team that can pay their players? Because I keep hearing people talk about the Dodgers bought their championship, and I'm like, isn't that how it's supposed to work? Aren't you supposed to pay players? Is everybody else playing for free? What am I missing? Like your Atlanta Braves, I almost said Falcons, but Atlanta Braves said, you know what, Freddie Freeman, we don't want to pay you money.
Yeah,
Freddie
that was
Freeman said, okay, I'm going to go somewhere that'll pay me. The
mhm.
Dodgers said, hey, Freddie Freeman, we'll pay you what you want. Freddie Freeman said, I'm going to come, and just to say thank you, I'm going to hit this walk-off home run in the 18th inning of the World Series. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Freddie Freeman. That's very nice of you. The Boston Red Sox said, Mookie Betts, we don't want to pay you. We don't think you're that good for
Mm,
what you want. Mookie Betts said, great. The Dodgers said, hey, Mookie Betts, we'd certainly like to pay you some money.
yeah.
And he said, you know what? I think I'm going to become a Los Angeles Dodger. Okay. We watched Shohei Ohtani and the team across town from the Dodgers. And the only thing they have to show is that tweet talking about tungsten arm on Doyle. And he was like, I'm tired of this, but I like LA. And the Dodgers said, we'll pay you. I say all that to say, are the Dodgers doing anything that anybody else can't do? Because I see a lot of people, well, they're deferring. Is that not available for your squad? Well, they're paying money. Can your squad not do that? Because
And
what I don't want to have is, number one, the Dodgers didn't even have the most expensive roster in baseball. That was the Mets. So this whole, you're paying money to automatically win, it's not how it goes,
mhm.
right? That's one. But two, I'm not going to listen, and I've had this conversation with the lovely wife. If you are a big market team, I'm not listening to you at all.
Yeah.
Get your money up.
Mm-hmm.
The Ricketts that own the Cubs, no, you're the third largest metropolitan city in the country. I don't want to hear that you got to pass around the hat to pay players.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear that Mets, Yankees, Red Sox. I don't want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
And Rays, get your money up. That's all I hear when you people are like, oh, they're like, get your money up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be mad at the Dodgers. Be mad at your owner. There's a reason Pittsburgh's been the Pits for 30 years. As a Pittsburgh segue, everybody likes to bring up Barry Bonds not throwing out Sid Bream in '91.
That was glorious. It was beautiful.
But they're like, oh, because of Barry Bonds. And I did it just on a lark. I saw one of those tweets come across, and I was like, wait a minute. Barry Bonds on the Giants that went to the '02 World Series. Do yourself a favor and Google his stats from that '02 series and tell me that dude saw like 7 strikes and was batting 400 and like
Yeah.
he saw one good pitch per game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna be mad at Dusty Baker, be mad because he let that pitcher hit in Game 7. But anyway.
Yeah, this like Bobby Cox sending Charlie Lee Brandt in to pitch Kirby Puckett in '91. That led to Game 7 when Jack Morris shut us down in 10 innings. But Charlie Lee Brandt, it sound like Coming to America. Charlie Lee Brandt was 137 years old. And it wasn't even analytics back then, but it was a lefty-righty matchup of slow throwing lefty. Kirby Puckett was peak Kirby Puckett at this time. That dude was, you look at the American League back then, they had already won it in '87.
Yeah. Kent Urbeck and those guys, yeah.
Yeah, and they beat the Cardinals in 7 that year, and then here they come, did the Braves the same way. But he put it on a tee, and I still see that the Metrodome and the glass and the wall. And, yeah, that's.
But this, and all that to say, nothing we really saw about what the Dodgers did had anything to do with money. From the outfielders running into each other, the outfield, the second baseman who hasn't hit a home run since like Memorial Day, because
that's what you always say. The superstars aren't up in those spots. It's the guy that they had to knock the dust off of him to even put him out there, and he comes through in the clutch.
Baseball is the most random sport that way because, again, this guy, like, no home runs. I don't know when it was, but it was forever. Like, was basically playing like ass, and like now he's a World Series hero.
Yeah,
you don't see that anywhere else. You don't see your power forward was playing terribly since the All-Star break, and all of a sudden in the Western Conference Finals he goes for 30. Like that doesn't happen. Like you don't see
Brian Scalabrine.
Right, you don't see that guy come in and take it over in the biggest. Take and hit the biggest shot. Like baseball is set up for these weird kind of things.
Yeah.
Because even your best players are limited offensively. Like
it's not Roger Clemens versus Barry Bonds, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. It's utility player against 5th reliever.
And that's what happened, right? A dude hits the home run, and then Ohtani comes up and it's a pop fly. And now, we're going to extras. Like, that's just that's the weird thing about baseball. You get Yoshi, 96 pitches one day, come back. That's just gutting it out and making plays. Louisville's own Will Smith.
Again.
Getting his foot down. That picture, that's heartbreaking, man. Like, the play at the plate, like 180 games, and it comes down to that.
Yeah,
that's brutal, man. And then he hits, and he hits a home run, and people, and look, I've seen sports fans. We are known for our copium. What's it going to take to help me get over this loss, right? Kentucky fans, We've got the shot clock violation in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
As you pointed out, I saw we've got Mashburn fouling out in 93.
Yeah.
We've got Amino Timberlake in 92.
And 92. My match fouled out both of those games.
And so we've got those moments. But, well, if you look at it, the uh, Blue Jays scored more total runs than the Dodgers in the series. What does that have to do with anything? Like, what? Who cares about that? Like, and you could talk about the Dodgers and their payroll. You went home up 3-2
Yeah.
and didn't close it.
Mm-hmm.
Bases loaded in the ninth
Yes.
with 1 out,
Yeah.
and you didn't like. That's got nothing to do with payroll. That's execution at this point. And one of my favorite copium things is talking about Bill Simmons, sports guy. He's a Boston guy, right? He loves talk about in 2010 when Kobe Bryant went 6 of 24 in Game 7, right? He talks about it all the time. Oh, Kobe was. He fails to mention Kobe also had a triple double, but my brother, the Celtics were up in Game 7 in the fourth quarter.
Mm.
You got to win that.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes things happen where it's like, you can't even let it come down to the other way. Louisville fans love to tell you, Patrick Sparks walked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, y'all was up 16 points with 15 minutes left. It was 32-16 at the half.
Mm-hmm.
How do you lose that game? How do you let it come down to that?
Yeah.
I've rewatched that game, and it's like, it was 16 points, like 13, 14 minutes left in the game. How do you lose that?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you could talk about that, but I'm talking about how you're going to lose that game.
Yeah.
Right? It's the Falcons, right? You up 28-3.
Oh.
What people need to also remember about the Falcons, a few years before that, in the 2012 NFC title game, they were up 17-0 in the middle of the second quarter over the 49ers, and Colin Kaepernick and company came back to win. So, yeah. Anyway, what a great World Series. I love baseball. Otani is special.
Yes, he is.
Yoshi special. The Dodgers, and part of the reason I talked to my wife about this is a lot of the stuff that people say about the Dodgers, people also say about the Lakers. This notion that LA doesn't have real fans. Oh, there's no real fans in LA. And I'm like, do you think everybody in LA works in Hollywood? Like, there ain't trash collectors. There ain't bank employees in LA. Like, there's not, like, quote unquote regular people in LA.
Uh-huh.
And like I've explained, is everybody just assumed that the Dodgers and Lakers were going to be great. When they moved out to LA, that was not a sure thing.
Yeah.
But they got out there and they won. That's the thing you have to keep in mind is they won. And so I get it. You look around, I still say Staples, and it's the lower bowl is kind of empty and the celebrities come. Okay. Well, everybody got celebrities at their games. We can't help it because it's in LA and it's Jack Nicholson and Denzel Washington. Get your money up. Right? The Clippers had Billy Crystal. Like, it was Billy Crystal and Penny Marshall were huge Clippers.
Hey, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I got you, but it ain't Jack. It ain't got the coolness of Denzel. Like, I get you. Like one of the playoff games, Anthony Davis almost falls into Will Ferrell and flee from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I get it, but it's like they're still diehard LA fans, and so part of me is like, hey, the same dude that bought the Dodgers and doesn't care about money just bought the Lakers. And I'm pretty sure he's not spending $12 billion just to watch the Lakers be middling.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's going to be like, apron. So my thing is, haters gonna hate, but I think the Lakers could be. Speaking of the Lakers,
Yes, we got to get to that, and we
woo!
got to get to the game last night too, because
Oh yeah, we gotta get back. But hey, Austin Reeves, Luca, hey LeBron, your sciatica and your old man stuff, we cool. And then they got the other white dude. I have no idea who that dude is.
I don't even know who that.
It's James. Like I don't know who this dude is. Aiden is actually playing like he wants to play. Like, uh-oh.
Aiden heard you talking about him. That's what that is.
Hey, it's gonna be a lot of hating, man. And that's my thing is I'm cool with it. Dodgers fans cool with it. You're ruining the sport. Okay, cool. Like my championship DVD doesn't. It does. Okay, cool. Like, all right. Like, let's say Kentucky wins championship number 9. Oh, they just had that $22 million NIL. They ruined the sport. Okay, cool. Still not gonna break my stride. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But the game last night, yeah, offensively it looked bad in the first half.
Yeah, it was.
But Denzel,
And I think Jasper too in the first half, because he got in the paint and either scored or got dimes, and that's what gave him the little 13-point lead at halftime.
and much better the second half. It is weird that we're a week away from the Louisville
Yes,
game
yes.
because I'm sitting here like, man, we could not look this bad against Louisville. But it's a work in progress. They're gonna be all right.
And Pope said after his presser, they hadn't even worked on offense. They've been just all defense pretty much. So
the concerning thing is always free throws.
yeah.
Got to be better at free throws, and I'm hoping that the looks that we've been getting over the Georgetown exhibition and this one against Nichols, we got to knock those open looks down. Period.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. So I think they'll be fine. Of course, we're a week away from the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely want to have that one. Like that's a no-brainer. Because nothing filled me with more joy than to beat Louisville at anything.
Yes.
I'm not one of those, if they're not playing my team, no. You talk about hate.
Yeah.
You talk about hate watching the Niners. I hate watching the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I love when Marvin Jones Jr. made that dude do a somersault, tumble roll, out there looking like Simone Biles. Right?
It's just that best corner out there, just on skates, man.
Woo! Yeah, I hate watch. I don't. If they're not playing, then that's not a real rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Sports hate is okay.
Yeah.
I want my sports teams to lose. Like, that's what I'm all about. Like, hey, that's why I always go to didDukeWin.com. Oh, okay. Like, that's okay. Sports hate is okay.
Yes.
But the Cats will be fine. And, I think that they'll get Louisville. Because I don't know who Louisville played, but they were up like 80 points in the first half, and Louisville fans like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, yeah, calm it down. I'm not a fan of Pat Kelsey, although he a little guy.
Yeah.
That's an issue because every time he get mad at opposing coach just pat him on the head. Pope did it, and Bill Self gave him, all right, come here, Tiger. Give him a little noogie on the head.
Yeah.
Look, I know you can't make fun of short people, but hey, I'm gonna need my coach not to be able to get noogied on the sideline. But good for them. They're excited about who they got in Louisville. We're excited who we got, and we'll go from there. It is weird that they're playing before the football team.
That is, November 11th. Collin Chandler's poster was look, we knew he was athletic. He's winning the dunk contest in Big Blue Madness, both years. But hey, that last night that was nasty. And he came down and looked at him and talked to him and let him know after the fact. And then he get in the press conference. We've been back there when they interview him. He's like, yeah, Never really had anybody jump with me before. Like this, the same dude that when he was out there was just about that action boss, and
Hey
then
man,
just as calm and nice guy. And
if
hey,
if I dunk on somebody like that, yo, you gonna
hey,
hear about it.
yeah,
In today's day and age, I'm gonna send you a TikTok. I assume kids still do TikToks. I don't
yeah.
know anything. I'm so out of the loop. My girls be like, "Oh, maybe you tried this." I'm like, "I don't know what this is. What is this?" I'm finally out of that most stuff is 18 to 49. Like that's the demographic everybody wants. And then I looked up one day and I'm like, I am almost out of that demographic.
Yeah.
All this
Hmm.
stuff does not apply to me anymore. And so I don't want to be that old person to be like, oh, back in my day. But also by the same token, I've learned enough pop culture. I don't care who's been nominated for a Grammy. Like I don't care. Like I see like so and so releasing their release. I don't know anything about that. Let me put on my old jams. Like, like I don't know nothing about this. But the Cats are going to be fine. The Cats are going to be
Hmm.
fine. They'll beat Louisville because good triumphs over evil, and and we'll go from there.
Hmm. So your thoughts on the baptism? Was you?
Oh,
Was you?
absolutely. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, my dad used to say you baptize. It's because you dunk on somebody like that, and you can make them be whatever religion you tell them to be. That was my dad's thing, and so that's why I say baptize and get the unclean spirits out of Upper Reef.
Because you and with David Hibbert, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
and Dave always. My dad never said anybody's name. It was always their number. The only player he ever said by name was Oscar Robertson.
hmm.
But everybody else, yeah, even Michael Jordan, 23 for the Bulls, pretty good. I'm like, that's Michael Jordan, right? Yeah, 23. Okay. And so David does that, and it makes me smile because my dad did. I'm like, he's like, number eight's pretty good for the Lakers. I'm like, Kobe Bryant?
So did he have teams? Was he like NBA, NFL? I know he's a Louisville guy, but NBA, NFL, MLB.
He was not really into baseball because my dad was born in 1937, so he was 10 before Jackie Robinson
Mm,
did his thing. So my dad liked baseball, but wasn't really MLB because after Jackie, it took a while,
yeah.
for Negroes. So he was always cool, and that's always been my thing. Uh, I say this quietly because I'm here. I've not seen Field of Dreams all the way
Mm,
through. Like I know of it. I get,
uh-huh.
if you build it, they will come. Like we used to have a cornfield behind the house, but it didn't speak to me because me and my dad didn't have that kind of connection with baseball. But basketball, he was an Oscar Robertson fan, like just
Uh-huh.
Oscar Robertson. Not really a team
Mm-hmm.
person. He was a Steelers fan, but
Mm,
not
okay.
not not like die hard or anything like that. It was
Mm,
just they were good in the '70s. He was like, why not? But he was more of a people fan, a person
mm,
fan. He Oscar Robertson and Jim Brown, the other Jim
mm.
Brown, big fans because he was like nobody's better than those two guys ever. And I'm like, well, kind of hard to argue with
Yeah.
a little bit of that, the Jim Brown thing. Kind of hard to argue
Hmm.
with that. So yeah,
Good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, man. A lot of fun stuff. Talking about the wins, even though the football win is just a,
and
just a, I mean,
shout out to volleyball going for number 9.
mm-hmm.
Conference championship number 9. I saw that the men's basketball 8 is the most they got in a row, and it was like from 40 something to 50 something. So it's been a minute. So we need to definitely give uh, Coach Skinner some credit because we thought, a lot of people thought, with Texas coming in, who has a national championship recently, and who's been playing at a high level, that was going to derail Kentucky. But as you've talked about,
Yeah.
Kentucky played everybody in the non-conference. It is brutal,
Mm-hmm.
and when it comes time for conference play and beyond, they're ready. And they went down. As I got a bone to pick with ESPN, the Cats did not go down to Austin and steal one. A 3-0 sweep isn't stealing anything.
That's true.
The Cats
That's
went and
true.
took what was theirs.
Hmm.
So
And that was, I mean, yeah, that was the matchup in the SEC. Oh,
yeah,
wait till they, because we already saw the what Penn State and Nebraska
yeah,
and everybody else, and
yeah.
it was kind of not saying cruise control, but they were mowing everybody down. They didn't look ahead of anybody, and then went into Austin and just and that was the first time they got swept in 10, 12 years, I think, on their home floor.
Yeah, yeah. So it
Ooh.
looks, and I'm no volleyball expert, but it looks like Nebraska is back to being Nebraska. Uh, they're number one. Pitt is really really good. They beat Kentucky earlier this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Texas is going to be right there, and Kentucky. I mean, Coach Skinner got it going, man.
Hey, got up on the table too in the press room,
Let them know,
and
baby.
uh
Let
huh,
them know. Hey, I'm from Louisville, man. Ali's our native son. Let him. It ain't arrogance. It ain't trash talking if you back it up.
uh
And going 9 in a row, man.
yeah,
That is
it's,
that is almost a decade of
yeah,
championships.
mm-hmm,
That's what 5, 6, 7 classes. They're getting 4 rings each at least.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's wild to me.
Yes, it is.
That's everybody talks about what Bill Self in Kansas. This is up there with that, man.
Mm-hmm.
As the leagues expanded, as volleyball's taken off, like
Yeah,
give give Coach Skinner his flowers. He needs to have his name up in the rafters at historic Memorial Coliseum.
that's it. So Nebraska is number one, Michelle, and I look. It'd be nice to have another shot at them in the tournament. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. So,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Well, and I do have someone I text with about college volleyball. My friend Ben, who lives in Omaha, who got me got us into the College World Series a couple years ago, and he's like, hey, talk about. So he's looking forward to Kentucky and Nebraska getting together. I'm like, you know what? Sure,
mhm,
we'll take y'all out.
that's very possible. Real quick, man, you was a Lakers fan, and they they play tonight. It's the sold out. I think it is sold out for Tennessee. Is coming this weekend.
It's a blue out, baby.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Lexington this weekend, so I'm gonna hit uh, the football game, and we'll see what happens on Friday as well. So be back in Lexington this weekend, so that's gonna be fun. Your thoughts as a Lakers fan, though, because we didn't get to talk about him last week with Memphis on, but just your thoughts. You got to try to defend him tonight. Wimby, what we seeing from this when healthy, this cat right here, man, just
You hope they have a bad game, man. I mean, it's to that point where I don't know what you do.
yeah.
7-5 with handles.
The handling like a guard is what keeps. That's what keeps just.
I,
You,
I don't know what you do. You,
can-
you 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 try to be as physical with them as you can, but hey, man, I don't know. Like people, Draymond Green, who I'm like, we all hear defense wins championship, but man, offense sure looks pretty.
yeah.
Like offense sure looks pretty, and that dude is different.
If he can stay healthy, because I mean, we seen the bigs. My man Yao Ming. We saw the our guy Sam Bowie. We seen bigs and health issues. Like maybe Ralph Sampson could have been this. He was thin and wiry like that, 7'4" with the Rockets, you know. And now I don't know if evolution is the right word. You got Wimby,
Yeah,
same kind of build. We were amazed when Kevin Durant came in with the handles like that at 6'11" and what he's doing. And now you 6 inches, 7 inches taller than Durant doing this stuff on the perimeter.
and I tell you who else we kind of forgot about Giannis.
Yeah.
He won that championship, and we forgot about it. And that dude has been balling. I know, we have to pretend that college basketball is superior. I like college basketball, but the NBA, like, it's like watching amateurs then going to a for real concert. Like, I understand go fight win from a college, but let me watch these pros do something, man.
Yeah.
Is Jokic is still with these crazy passes. Luka is is tying Wilt Chamberlain's records and did something where he caught Elgin Baylor scoring in Lakers history. It's like, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Because if you ever look at the records, what scoring, it's always Wilt did this 50 times. Elgin Baylor did this 4 or 5. Jordan once or twice. This person, this person, this person. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Which another reason, real quick, talking about Barry Bonds, still the best player I ever saw. The Cubs have Pete Crow Armstrong, who was Golden Glove. And I saw somebody put out there, there's a special club. It's 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases, and a Gold Glove. Willie Mays did it once. I think Dale Murphy did it once. All these great Hall of Fame players did it once. Barry Bonds did it 4 times. We need to start having conversations about how good that dude was.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know we're going to talk about Shohei and the pitching, but man, Barry Lamar Bonds was good, kids.
Yeah, boy. He really was. 5-tool player, I think that's what they call that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because you didn't like him doesn't mean he wasn't good.
That's it. We hope y'all like our little show each and every week. Sometimes it's TB and myself. Sometimes we have guests. We mix it up. We try to do fun stuff. Appreciate the comments. Davo and Michelle, everybody that watched on Twitter. The audio side will be up on Spotify and a host of other platforms. BS3 Network puts it out there. So if you get time, give us a little rate, give us a little review, give us a little 5-star, all that kind of stuff. We appreciate it. And we appreciate trying to bring the show to you each week. Cats and Valpo Friday. Got Tennessee in volleyball this weekend. Florida in football on Saturday. There were some baseball scrimmages and stuff, a little while back. So, it'll be February before we know it. Baseball season will be here. So, look, all cats, everything like you always say. And we enjoy watching all the teams, all the sports. I'm going to watch your Lakers and the Spurs and actively root for Keldon Johnson and De'Aaron Fox and all those guys because that's what you do with the Lakers. You hate watch them just like you hate watch the Niners. And
I'm okay with it. Like, I'm really okay with people hate watching.
Yeah.
It's just that the dissonance between Kentucky fans that root for the Bengals and the Reds, like, that's what people feel about us.
Yeah.
Feel about Kentucky.
People hate watch Kentucky all the time. Kentucky basketball for sure.
Yeah. Don't think they don't.
Yeah. Absolutely. So everybody be safe. Again, thoughts with Louisville and everybody there.
Yeah.
People have family and friends that are affected. Definitely hate to hear that. We had to start the show with that. Look forward to being back next week, TB, and everything happens between now and then. Y'all be good. Stay safe. Go Cats. An episode of Cats Talk Wednesday. And TB and Vinny, we'll see y'all later on. Good evening.